Hello, I'm Dr. Andrew Pitt, and the purpose of this video is to briefly introduce the 30-credit elective module, Terrorism, Human Rights, and Migration. As the title suggests, this module is concerned with the interrelationship between three key and ever-contentious themes: terrorism, human rights, and migration. A major consideration is the very political nature of the question of terrorism itself, which makes it very difficult to capture in law. But we also consider the role of human rights in the context of terrorism, both in terms of abuse and the more optimistic calls for respect of human rights, and the increasing turn to migration law in responding to so-called international terrorism and the effects of this. The module has run for a number of years now at QMUL and emerged at a time when the world was coming to a more critical understanding of the so-called war on terror. But it has adapted and changed over time. Indeed, as political winds blow to the extreme right across much of the Western world, it may never have been more relevant. One needn't look too far to find current examples of these concerns playing out as states increasingly restrict the rights to freedom of expression and assembly while supporting individuals from their territories, with little regard to their fundamental rights, and on sometimes the most spurious of national security grounds. At the same time, the ability to move between states has become hyper-securitized, with the use of ever more invasive technologies to avert and perhaps even create threats. So, how does the course approach these ever-evolving concerns? First, we introduce each of the key themes, with 1 week dedicated to terrorism, then human rights, and then migration. All the while, we'll keep an eye on their interrelationships, such that when we come to migration, we can ask, what is migration? Who are migrants? And why are these questions relevant to the study of terrorism and to human rights? Evidently, this requires unpacking questions about state sovereignty, the foreigner, and the extent to which the foreigner might be a threat. What role does the law play in constructing the foreigner, and indeed, in constructing the terrorist? A key concern of the course is to focus on the effect of these different strands of the law and the interaction of these areas of the law upon the individual. We will be keeping the individual, who is of course the subject of human rights, at the forefront. The individual is usually a citizen and a rights holder, but she may also be a migrant depending on the circumstances. So another objective is to look at how state actions in responding to terrorism affect this individual, but also how the individual might call upon international human rights law in their defense in the face of allegations of terrorism made by states. In studying these three highly politicized themes, our objective is always to question the extent to which they are captured by law. The aim is to provide a framework to examine and critique the ways in which the international community responds to political violence or terrorism. This framework will then be applied to a variety of case studies which explore the interrelationship of the themes in action. This year, those studies will likely include terrorism in the UK, the case of extraordinary rendition, Julian Assange, journalist, refugee, or terrorist, October 7 and the question of Israel-Palestine, and a focused look at the Global Compact on Migration. One of the highlights of the course is its guest seminars from leading and emerging thinkers in the field. In the past, these have included PhD researchers, representatives of United Nations bodies like the UN Office of Drugs and Crime and the UN Office of Counterterrorism. Also, representatives of NGOs working in the field of counterterrorism, and prominent barristers in the UK who have worked on some of the most important cases related to terrorism, human rights, and migration in this jurisdiction. This is an exciting module full of cutting-edge applications of the law, and this is what we expect of you. The assessment in this module is all about encouraging innovative research into the three themes. You will have the possibility to develop your own research question and will be required to give a 10-minute presentation on your topic in the final week of semester before producing a 5,000-word research essay on the same topic. This may sound daunting at first, but your project will be developed with guidance throughout the semester. I'll be introducing the assignment in week 1, and there will be an opportunity to get feedback on your choice of question and your research plans midway through the semester. This gives you the opportunity to craft your research to your specific interests, perhaps related to your country or region of origin, and provides for some really stimulating discussion from a multitude of perspectives in the classroom. So, hopefully that sheds some light on this module, and I look forward to meeting many of you in semester 2.